Hi guys, how are you? I am Jill Flanagan. I'm a beauty guide with Limelight by Alcone. Do you guys believe in magic? Because I'm going to perform magic right in front of your face, okay? I'm going to take this face. This face has not one stitch of makeup on it. This is my true reality. This is what I wake up to every single day. I know it's kind of shocking and jarring, but we're going to fix this face, okay? So I've been talking to you guys about Must Do, which is an amazing facial oil that I absolutely love. It smells so good. I use this on almost all of my clients before I put on their foundation. It is so soothing to your skin. It gives such great hydration and really helps to give that glowing, bright skin. So, kind of scary coming on here live without makeup on, but you know what? It is what it is. This is the reality, and I just want you guys to know that this is the reality and that makeup can really, this is a complete blank canvas, Kim, and now you can see like what I do with my makeup. Although I don't know if I'm going to use my Blenderful today because I just sat down and realized that my Blenderful is dirty. So I'm probably using another couple of brushes. Okay, so I have my Must Do on. My skincare is done. This is our first base makeup primer. It's a silicone-free, vitamin-based primer. I love it. It feels so good. It's good for your skin. And it really kind of just takes down any redness in your skin, gives a really good base for your makeup to work off of. I'm totally loving that, but I'm also been using, this has to dry, hold on. I do this all the time with my mirror, and I can't tell you how many times I've hit myself in the face with this mirror. It's ridiculous. Okay. I love to use that because it's good for my skin. It's vitamin based. It helps take down redness. And it helps to give a good base for my face. But I also really love this too. This is the Too Faced Primed Poreless. So I kind of been using this too. I really like it. It's what it looks like. So I use that with my other Limelight primer. And this one is not silicone free, okay? The Limelight one is silicone free. It's so refreshing for your face. This one is not silicone free. It does have a silicone base to it. All right, so there we go. So you can see, like, I have a lot of freckles that I hate. I really, truly hate my freckles, and I love to hide them. So our foundation is amazing at doing that. But I'm going to kind of take you step by step as to what I do. Today, I think I'm going to try to do like maybe a smoky eye. So when I decide to do smoky eyes, right, something kind of deep and darker, I decide to do my eyes first. Why do I do that? It's because there'll be less fallout on my foundation and it'll be easier to clean up. So how I start is I use our Limelight concealers. Okay, this is my own concealer grouping. And I just start with, I take this brush right here. It's really a shadow, it's like a domed shadow blender, but I absolutely love it for concealer. And I'm going to go into Concealer 0. And I'm just going to cancel out any color that I have, any color, any freckling that I have on my eyelids. Okay? So I'm just kind of giving a very good blank canvas to work off of. So you see my freckling is disappearing, and I'm using a very little bit of product. Our concealers are waterproof. Our foundation is not waterproof. Our concealers are waterproof. So they are also wax-based. They are professional. All of our makeup is professional grade. All right? So I used a very, very little bit. And then I'm going to I just did a whole new setup on my desk today. I'm trying to like get myself set and ready for the new year because I've got big plans in 2018, guys. I truly do. All right, so I'm just going to set that with a little bit of our No Color, Limelight's No Color translucent powder. I'm just going to set that. And then, like, you can use our concealers as primer. That's great for your eyes, but I also really love Urban Decay's eyeshadow primer potion. Like I say, I would say about 90% of what I use is Limelight. I absolutely love Limelight. But I also love playing with all different types of makeup. Like, it's just my passion. I find it to be really, really fun. So I use this. I kind of just swipe off of here and put that on. Okay, so that's an eyeshadow primer. What does eyeshadow primer do? It helps to give you a really true color of the eyeshadow. With our eyeshadows, that is not a problem because we are 50% pigmented, so you get really a true great color. But it helps to give true color. It helps your eyeshadow to stay, and it helps with any creasing that you have. So I'm just going to set that with the translucent or the No Color powder. All right, good. So we're ready to start on the eyes. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm kind of wearing a green top today, so I think I might try to do some sort of like green smoky eye effect, okay? I don't really know what I'm doing. When I go in, I don't really have true ideas. This is our Feelings is Neutral palette. You can get these, any of these colors individually. You can get them in fours, like a thing of 4. You can pick 4 colors that you love together. You can pick 6 colors that you love together, or you can get this big baby right here. So I think I'm just going to use this pinkish color right here to give me an overall base to work off of. I really need to get my eyebrows waxed. Even though I don't really have that much eyebrow, of course the hair grows where I don't want it to grow, but you guys will see how I can create brows that I do not have. All right, so that's just a light pink color. And then let's do something fun. We're going to use the this Bare Metals palette, which is still on sale. I absolutely love it. It comes in this container. I don't have it comes with our amazing eyeliner pen. It comes with a great brush, and then it comes with all of these awesome colors. So I think I'm going to go with this color right here, which is kind of like a greenish gold color. And how I'm going to use that today is I'm going to wet my fluffy brush here, right, with our 10 Years Younger finishing spray. So you can use our shadows wet or dry. So I'm just going to plop it into that darker color, and I'm going to start packing that on. And I'm just packing it on the lid here. Now, if some of you are just joining and wondering, okay, well, she's doing her eyes first, why isn't she doing the rest of her face? It's because I'm going to use darker colors for my shadows. So I kind of don't want that much fallout on my, my foundation. So this way, it's easy cleanup before I put any foundation on. So there we go. And I'm going to spray some more of my 10 Years Younger finishing spray. Where did I put it? Right here. Spray it. I hope I'm not scaring you all with no makeup on. This is the reality, guys. This is how I perform magic, because trust and believe, to me, makeup is magical. When you wake up looking like I do without makeup on, and then You can create different looks for yourself. I think it's magical. And the reality is, I don't wake up with, you know, this beautiful, flawless skin. For my age, my skin is pretty decent. I have very, very good skincare. And most importantly, I have kept my skin out of the sun for as long as I possibly could. I mean, you know, when I was younger, I did those stupid tanning beds and all that kind of junk. But as I got into my 20s, I really decided that I didn't want any more freckling on my face. Why am I using this specific spray? Okay, so the 10 Years Younger finishing spray. This finishes your makeup. It gives it excellent staying power. I like to wet some of the shadows to give it a more intense look. So that's why I'm using that. It also helps, you know, not to have any creasing. I use the 10 Years Younger finishing spray when I'm done with all of my makeup to set my whole face. And then it gives you upwards of 16 hours of beautiful, flawless makeup. Like, your makeup just stays all day. It's absolutely incredible. All right. I'm kind of just taking my time, guys, because why not? We're here and got nothing else to do. All right. So what do I want to do with that? I think I'm going to go into this palette right here. And let's take this color right here. This might be Coral of the Story. If you guys have questions later on the exact colors that I use, there's a lot of pigmentation, guys, in this, then you could always message me and I will definitely look up the colors for you guys. So I'm kind of just taking this pointed blender and just doing like a transition, okay? So I'm just transitioning. And this is all just building. You're just building and layering, building and layering. So I'm going to go into that color again, very highly pigmented. You want to dust some of that off. And like a windshield wiper motion, a little bit above the crease, and just kind of build and layer your transition colors. And you can't really tell, like, okay, what is she going to look like? This is just, I don't know what I'm going to look like after I'm done with this. I kind of just play around and I see, you know, what I like. It's a lot of tweaking. It's tweaking, it's blending. It's all of that. All right. So I kind of am okay with that. So I'm going to take this angled brush right here. These brushes that I've been using so far are all Limelight brushes. This is Cream Boat. I'm going to dip into Cream Boat and I'm going to go under my eyebrow and into the corners right here. Under the brow, into the corners. I hope I'm not scaring you all on New Year's Eve with my blank face, but this is the real me. All right, so this is kind of like a base. Where's my big fluffy brush? I have no idea where I got this brush from, but I love it. Some cheapy brush. I think I got it on Amazon, but I use it for everything, blending, everything. I just like this brush. I mean, it's cheap. Look, it's not even made good, but I like it. All right, so now we're going to go, and is that my good one? Let me see here, guys. All right, there we go. So I'm going to take, this is our Perfect Eyelining Pen, okay? It's a liquid liner. It's got this amazing brush to it. And I'm going to line, I kind of like lay to the side. And I'm going to line as close to my lash line as possible. And then I kind of twist it to this side and come out and flick up just a little bit. This is a very easy pen to use. It's very, very forgiving. And it truly, it's like so amazing. It's totally smudge proof. It's really incredible. You know, it definitely takes a little bit of practice, but you all can absolutely do it. I hope it doesn't get dark here because I have like a little bit of sunlight ahead of me. Okay. And just flicking it out at the ends a little bit. And filling in as close to my lash line as possible. This is not always easy to do on camera. All right. So there we go. So we've got a little bit of this going on. All right. Now we are going to curl the little eyelashes that I actually have, but I am going to put false eyelashes on. I always curl my real lashes. I've totally I think throughout the years, I've always used fake lashes. I love them. I love the look on me because you can see I really don't have lashes. And once you start using fake lashes, it's kind of hard to go back because once you start getting used to how you look with the fake lashes on, it's kind of like, oh God, I don't want to go back. Plus, what I did was I had extensions put on during the year. And I hated them. I hated like having the actual extensions put on. I didn't like the process. I didn't like the way they felt. I didn't like the way they looked. It just was not for me. So I did the wrong thing by trying to pull them off myself instead of getting them taken off. And I should have gone and had them taken off the right way, but I didn't. So my eyelashes, I really messed these babies up. So before you put on false lashes, you will put on some mascara, okay? And again, this is kind of looking crazy, but I will pull it all together, I promise you. There's no rules. There are no rules. I'm sorry. There are no rules to makeup. You know, you can play how you want to. Some people think certain colors look better on certain eyes than others. You know, I don't know. I just play around and do what I like the best. All right. Where are my lashes? Where are my lashes? We're going to have to start with a brand new set of lashes. So I use these. The Ardell Wispies, right? They're demi wispies. I like them. I use them for everyday use. And you can wear them multiple times, right? You don't just have to wear them one time and throw them away. I wear them multiple times. So you're just going to take them out of the package. They look like this. And I kind of just take my thumb and roll it off. Nope. There we go. Here's a lash, okay? So I know from using these all the time that usually what you want to do is you want to measure them to your eye. So you're going to put them on your eye. And these are too long. They're like the length of my eye. Right? They're not too long this way, but they're too long for the length of my eye. So I take a little scissor and I'm just literally going to cut off like these 3 last lashes. That's it. It's very, very easy to do. And I use the Duo Black glue. That's what I like to use. I prefer it. So you're going to take the strip and you're going to take your glue and just go. Hold on. Why isn't my glue working? Probably because I have old glue stuck in there. Hold on, guys. It's probably going to pop out all over me. I have to do a little maneuvering here. I have to do a little getting old glue out, which is not good. I need a new glue. Say hi if you're on. I know a few people are watching. I hope I'm not scaring you on your first your New Year's Eve here. I'm going to have to cut. So because this is an older glue, I got to cut the edge off and try to get down to the glue. Why isn't this working? There we go. All right. Hold on. So sorry, guys. This is called live video. My glue does not want to come out. And I know once I squeeze it, I'm going to squeeze it and it's going to come out like crazy. I just know it. I'm trying to, I can see the glue and I'm trying to get the old glue to come up. And it does not want to participate with me here. It just doesn't. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. Look, it's coming out the side right now. All right, that's what your glue looks like. It's going to look better when I have a new glue, but I just kind of run the lash along the glue. Run the lash along the glue so you have just on the edge of the lash, there's glue, okay? And you want it to be, for the sake of time, I'm probably going to plop it on a lot sooner, but you kind of want it to dry a little bit and be a little tacky because it just adheres quicker to your eyes and to your lashes and it doesn't slip. But honestly, I promise you, if I didn't have the problem with the glue, I'd have both eyes on right now. It is easy. It takes a little practice, but you can do it. You want to go as close to your lash line as possible. And I kind of, when I put them on, I put them like so that they are up. And you just press them in. And there you go. So there's one lash on. It really is easy. Once you get the hang of it, boom, you'll be doing them all the time. All right, next lash. Again, I'm just, because I know these lashes and I know the size for me, I'm just going to cut off like the last three three here. Let me see. So I'm going to take this last, do you see how that's like, I don't know, a group of three or whatever? I just take that one last group off. Okay. And then I take my glue and I'm going to run my lash into my glue. You don't want to use too much glue, just enough on the lash line. Okay, so there's the glue. We want to let it dry a little bit. You kind of want it to get a little tackier, but for the sake of time, I'm going to put them on sooner than not, okay? Like this one I wish was a little drier. All right. So when I go in, I kind of go in down on an angle so that they pop up. They're not coming like straight at you, but they kind of pop up. And you just place it onto your lash line. And that's it. That's it, you guys. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Boom. I've got lashes. All right, so we're going to play more. So we've got our lashes on. I want it to dry a little bit. Does anybody have big plans tonight? We have, not big plans. I've never been like a big New Year's Eve fan. I don't know. You know, I'm a homebody. I love to just be with my family. That's what makes me happy. We are going to go out to dinner tonight to our favorite restaurant. Me, my 3 kids, and my husband. And that's about it. I'm sure I will be asleep by 12 o'clock. By before 12 o'clock. All right. So that's drying. So let's, well, that's drying. Let's try to do my brows. All right. Let's work on the brows. All right. So this brush I absolutely love. I use it every single day. Brush your brows up. Okay. I'm going to spray it with, again, I use this all of the time, you guys. So many uses for this. This is our 10 Years Younger finishing spray. Why do they call it 10 years younger? It's because it helps your makeup from settling in any fine lines and wrinkles. Okay. So I am dipping into brownie points, between brownie points and taupe for the best. And I'm going to start working on creating some eyebrows here because, as you can see, I really don't have that many eyebrows. Have that much eyebrows. So I use very light hair-like strokes. And eyebrows totally frame your face, you guys. They're like so important. It can really help you look a lot more youthful. It can make your face look brighter. It lifts everything. All right, you see the difference already. What an eyebrow can do. A lot of people are doing the microplating, which I'm kind of a little bit afraid of doing. It's like I don't think it's as permanent as tattooing. But they go in and they kind of do individual hairs. But I find making my own eyebrows easy enough that I really don't have to do that because I find it just to be kind of easy. All right, so then I just brush that out to make it look more natural. We're going to do the next one, 10 Years Younger finishing. We're going to dip into brownie point and taupe for the best. And we're going to create a brow, guys. Here we go. Start in the middle. And I just do light hair-like strokes. Create an arch here. And so you see how like good and precise this brush is? This brush is the best. It is absolutely the best. And then I use, so I want lighter color deposit down here, so I use what's left over on this part of my brow. Aw, thanks, Pat. I'm telling you, it honestly is easy. It's kind of like the tools that you use, right? So this tool, I think it's probably less than $20, maybe 20, I don't know. I'd have to get the exact price for you. But this tool is amazing. This tool is absolutely amazing. And honestly, anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. There you go. I've got brows. All right. So let's finish kind of smoking out this look on my eyes. I'm going to take this, Style It Black, and let's see. This is a pointy blender brush or something. I don't know. Okay. Like I said, every brush that I've used so far is Limelight except this brush, right? So I'm going to go in and put some of that dark color right here at the edges, kind of like making it a V. and just smoking this out, smoking the liner out, and then carrying what's left and bringing it underneath my eyes. All right. So that's how you start to get smoky. Just because you say smoky doesn't mean it's got to be black. It doesn't have to be gray. Like I use that green color. I use the corally pink color. I use that creamboat color. And there you go. So we're going to again, we're gonna blend. We're gonna make sure we blend. That's really, really important. So I take that fluffy brush and I blend it. Okay, there we go. And then I am like obsessed with these. This is Urban Decay. This is in Mildew. It's a like a glittery liner. You see that? So I'm gonna add that above my black liner and kind of just pop some of that color on, just to make it fun. You can do a little bit under here too as well. All right, so now let's work on the face and the skin. You guys remember I put that Must Do oil on, and I sprayed my face with the First Base primer, and then I used, whenever you go underneath, well, first of all, you know what, it all depends also what you're using, Kim. Like, I like to use, you saw I used the powder, the eyeshadow under my eyes. I really like eyeshadow much better under the eyes. And then I added just a little bit of that Urban Decay, but you know, you can smudge it with the powder. I think powder under your eyes is so much better than an actual liner. Who's coming in?
Somebody's calling.
Huh?
Somebody's calling. I don't know who it is.
All right, well, Mommy's online. All right, so, and it also depends, like, what, do you know what time that kid woke up today? 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, because he hasn't been feeling well. That's why we're just going to have a very lay low kind of day. All right. If you have very oily skin, you want to also make sure that you use a very good powder underneath your eyes, Kim. Definitely. You want to do that. Also use mascara under your eyes to kind of like catch things too. So I'm going to do the mascara when I'm done. So let's try to fix this face, and we're going to do it by using concealers. All right, so I'm going to use concealer 2 and 3 mixed together. 2 is pretty much my skin tone. 3 has a bit of a salmon color to it, and that's going to help to minimize the look of my freckles, right? So here's what I want you all to know. You're going to see these freckles, you're going to see this stuff disappear on my face, right? It's going to disappear. But the truth of the matter is you want to use as little product as possible, especially when you're using these Limelight by Alcone products. They are amazing. If you are not used to working with professional makeup and you're not used to the pigmentation, what happens is you may use too much. And when you use too much, then you're going to say, oh, I look cakey and all that kind of stuff. Well, the problem is you're using too much, right? A little goes,
I'm gonna come back in maybe.
A little goes a very long way. Why are we in here?
I just wanted to say hi.
Hi, Mommy's on live right now.
Oh,
okay, yeah. Isn't it amazing? It kind of just erases, it just totally, look, it just erases everything. It just gets rid of it. Let me try to put this light on. I bet you it doesn't work. Oh, it does. All right. It's a little too much, though. All right.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too. So we're going to get rid of this red nose. How do we get rid of redness in our skin? I don't like the way that looks. Hold on. How do we get rid of redness in our skin? This, number one, has a yellowish green tinge to it. It's all, like, I'm doing kind of color correcting before I put on my foundation. Because I feel like when you color correct first and you use less product, you're going to use less foundation as well, right? So I like to do all of my color correcting first, all of my camouflaging first. That's how I like to do it. Sometimes I'll do it the other way. Again, you know, there's no rules in makeup. And I'm just dipping in so ever so slightly and kind of using this. This is an eyeshadow brush, guys, right? But I like it for concealer. I'm just going in roundabout motions and kind of just buffing it into my skin. Get rid of the redness up here. All right, so now we're going to go into foundation. Is that lighting too much? Wait, what if I do it like that? Okay, now we're going to go into foundation. For me, I'm going to just go in. I really do like my blending bud a lot, but my blending bud is dirty. So I'm going to take this, thank you. I use the concealer in a lot of areas because I want to conceal my freckles. You know, I don't use concealer up on my forehead because I don't need to. I only use a very, very little bit on my chin because there's not that much freckling. But I'll use it mostly over here and over here because I have a lot of freckling. So I am kind of between Shinto 1 and Shinto 0. So these are our wax-based foundations. And I take our brush, our buffer brush, and I just buff that right into my skin. Now the buffer brush gives you a little less coverage than the blending bud. The blending bud will give you a little bit more coverage. I'll show you the blending bud in a minute. And you know, you also go over your just a little bit. I mean, you guys, a tiny, tiny bit. You go over where you put your concealer. And I'm just buffing and buffing and buffing. You can buff forever. Make sure you get it down, down here, down your chin, down your neck a little bit, your ears. Make sure you get it at your ears. Boom. There's my skin, guys. It doesn't look anything like my skin looked when I first started. You know, you can take your Limelight Blender Full. It comes in this awesome packaging. It's a magnetic packaging. It's mesh. And I like to use it wet. This is dry right now. But you kind of just push everything into your skin. And honestly, it feels and looks like a second skin. It truly, truly does. You do not feel like you have makeup on. You don't feel like you're wearing anything heavy. It's absolutely incredible. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I can color match you guys 1, 2, 3. All right. So we're going to set that with our no color setting. This is our no color powder. I'm going to set it with the with that. And now I'm going to start adding color back to my face by using our bronzer. I love this. You can get this 3 palette and fill it with any of our blushes or our powders, okay? So this palette I love. It's got the no color pressed powder, it's got the bronzer, and then it's got blush number 6, which is glowing, which gives you a nice glowy look. So let's get going with bronzer. Bryce?
What?
That's kind of noisy, honey.
We're turning it all the way down.
Bring the bronzer underneath. Kind of hides anything that you got going on under here. I'm not a professionally trained makeup artist. I've done makeup for years, right? But through Limelight by Alcone, one of the things that I love so much about this company and working with this company is that the training is absolutely incredible. You learn so much from our professional makeup artists. And when I tell you professional, I mean they've worked with the most A-list celebrities. They've done their makeup. They've worked in TV. They've worked in editorial. They've worked on Broadway, movies, you name it, they've done it. So I get a lot of knowledge from them, and it is absolutely incredible. It really is. All right, so we're going to put some blush on. I'm going to go with this blush. This is blush number 4. It's got like a peachy pink to it with a little bit of, look how much color there is in there. Hey, Sarah, with a little bit of shimmer. You're going to notice that what I do a lot is I press my makeup into my face. Instead of swiping, you're kind of swiping away. I do a lot of pressing. So there's a big deposit of color there, but that's okay. You can always blend out with your blender full. But I feel like when you press it into your skin, it kind of just melds into your skin, especially with our foundations and our concealers, because they are waxed base. Once it like hits your skin, it kind of just starts getting warm and kind of just melting into your skin. All right, so we've got some nice blush going on there. I want to add a little bit more mascara. And on the bottom, and then on this eye. So, if you guys have been watching from the beginning, you will realize that I have far from flawless skin, right? I've got a lot of freckling. I have some sunspots going on. Sometimes I'll get some hormonal acne happening. So you see, like, once I put on our concealer and our botanical foundation, the difference in my skin is incredible. Like, you can't even believe it. All right, this is one of my favorite lip liners. I love the consistency of our lip liners. Like, Limelight lip liners are the bomb. They are so amazing. They are so creamy. They are enduring lip liners. I love them. I love them, and nothing compares to them. But I'm kind of addicted to this color. This is NYX color number 857, I think. 857. I'm addicted to it. So I will sometimes use this, but it's not near as, it takes a lot more work to use it than the Limelight ones. Go underneath, and then I fill my lips in. Okay, that's that. And let's see, what do I want to wear on top? Let's do Let's do... Why don't we go crazy since it is New Year's Eve? Let's do a little bit of sugar plum. Sugar plum, sugar plum. I'm going to go for a dark lip. My kids always freak out when they see me in a dark lip. They're like, why do you have that on? Because I always wear a very neutral lip, but why not? I'm going to take a very little bit. These are our enduring lip colors. They're a liquid lip that dries to a matte finish. When I use my darker colors, I like to use a lip brush. You can also take some of that, right, and kind of pop it. Hold on, don't freak out. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. You pop it onto your cheeks. All right, I'm going to take my blender full to blend that a little bit more. Because, woo, look at that color, but don't worry. You can take this, kind of blend it in with the leftover foundation that you had. All right, and that just gives a pretty, like, matching blush to your lips. Ah. Okay, thanks, Kim. Thanks for watching. There you go. So now you know how to use the foundation concealer that you just got. All right, guys. So there you go. I'm going to take a little bit of, again, that Must Do. Where did I put it? Where's my Must Do? Okay, this Must Do. I'm going to take the Must Do, right? And I'm going to put it on my hand. Whoop. It's the facial oil. And then I'm going to take, I'm going to scrape out. Where's my scraper? I can just use, wait. I'm going to scrape out a little bit of, there it is, Glowing, which is a really pretty, blush, and I'm going to mix it in with the Must Do. If you can, gosh, can you see that? It's going to give me like a really pretty highlighter. And one of our, that I was telling you, one of our professional makeup artists who does a lot of editorial, she says all of her highlighting is Must Do with Glowing. And I'm just going to put some of that here. Some of that up here, maybe some down my nose, some up here. Probably can't tell in this lighting, but that's how you get glowing skin, you guys, with Must Do, with Glowing, with really good, that's a better angle, with really good professional makeup. I don't know how I feel about this berry lip on me right now. It's kind of a little bit much. So what I can do, what would I do without these? Kind of just pat it. You see how that stays on? You see how that stays on? And I'm going to put Faith lip gloss over it. There we go. I like that better. All right, you guys. Thanks for joining me. Have a fantastic... Oh, let me finish it off 16-hour finishing spray. This sets everything. It makes sure that nothing settles in any fine lines or wrinkles that you may have. And there we go. I look a lot different now than I did when we first started, don't I? If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. Again, I'm Jill Flanagan, Beauty Guide with Limelight by Alcone. And thanks so much for joining me. Bye. Happy New Year, Pat. Thanks so much for being such an amazing support to me over the year for my business. I truly appreciate that from the bottom of my heart, okay? Wish your family love and Happy New Year from me. I love you guys all. Thanks. Bye.